What up, YouTube? We back with another video, and today it's going to be a really quick one, and it's just going to be about who you can carry with in the lower ranks. And I'm talking bronze, silver, gold, and maybe even into plat. So there's a lot of characters you can carry with, especially since there are going to be no bans until you're in what, diamond 3, high diamond 3. So off the rip, we got Adam Warlock. He's not really carry. He can't really carry. He's going to be your guy that can really be group utility, super good healer, but not a carry character. This character relies a lot on his tanks. He doesn't really have anything to get away from the backline. You really just have to kill them before they kill you. So for that, for carry wise, he's going to be a D. Black Panther, if this was season 0, I'd put him in S or A, but since the nerf, it really kind of brought him down. Even a lot of big Black Panther players are saying that he's kind of washed now. But so I'm gonna go B because there's a lot of other characters you can use instead of Black Panther that do the same thing. We'll talk about them in a little bit. Black Widow, just as a character in general, not good. Probably should go D, but because some people can really play her well and aim really well, she's gonna go C tier. Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner, I'd say, is probably one of the top tanks strictly because he buffs everyone around him. There's one, he has great mobility. He can jump anytime he wants. He can hang onto walls, which gives you a good advantage. And he buffs the one of the best DPS in the game, Iron Man. And he also buffs the best tank in the game with Doctor Strange. Now, individually, he's not the best, but you can easily carry with him, especially if your teammates are competent enough to use Doctor Strange and Iron Man when you use Hulk. Now, carry-wise, I might want to put him in A because I feel like if you don't have competent teammates, then you might not be able to carry, but this is a very good tank. I feel like he should be picked in every single game, every single match. If he's not banned, pick him. And in the lower ranks, you can't ban, so pick him. Captain America, very teammate dependent. You're not going to be able to get any picks. He's more of like a run up in your face. I'm going to be annoying, but I won't be able to just out damage heals. So for that, he's D, no carry capability. Now for the supports, you don't really see a lot of supports in the higher ranks for carry capabilities, but Cloak and Dagger, very carry capable. You know, Cloak and Dagger have very good offensive utility as well as defensive utility. The phase alone is super good. You can counter almost every ult in the game with her phase. As long as your teammates don't attack or, use an ability while you're phase, they phase too. So you can easily counter an Iron Man ult. You can easily counter a Namor ult, all those things. And not only are you countering that, your whole team's countering that with you. Also, her heals are just out of the world, and she just recently got a buff where she gets 4 dashes instead of 3, and that's nasty as well because you're pretty much invulnerable when you ult, and she gets her ult charge very fast with how, if you know how to switch between Cloak and Dagger, do the damage on Cloak, switch to Dagger, get good heals out, use your cooldowns in sync, your ult is almost up in every single push. So that's an A for carry capability. Doctor Strange, I think, is our first character in S tier. This is probably one of the best characters you can pick to carry with. A 800 HP shield, which is out of this world, can block anything. That's Iron Man ults, that's Scarlet Witch ults, that's, anything you can think of. So I think Doctor Strange is probably the best tank to use if you want to carry your team in lower ranks. Especially teamed up with a banner, he can one-shot squishies with his full gamma charge with the darkness within and releasing that. If you ult and you hit the whole team, it's a 5 kill. There's no one stopping you, or a 6 kill. Yeah, that's why he's S tier. Now, next we got Groot. Groot is very good, a really good tank, but lower ranks, he's kind of bad because you do need a lot of support from your team in order to use him. He easily could get kills on his own, but what he excels at is cutting people off and letting your team get a free pick. And when we're talking about carrying your team, you're going to need someone that's not team reliant. With that being said, I think he goes into B, below Black Panther. I'd say below Black Panther. But nonetheless, great tank. If you have compatible teammates, if you have teammates that are not just really dumb, then you play Groot. Hawkeye. Now this is the first S tier that's not a tank. Hawkeye, I think he's even over Doctor Strange. Still able to one-shot squishies from medium range. Insane survivability. He can deflect things, jump away. Hawkeye is banned in every single lobby I've ever played in past Diamond 3, because Diamond 3 is when you can start banning. I've never seen a Hawkeye ever in my ranked games because of how dumb he is. And he even got a nerf and is still one-shotting squishies, still shredding teams. Hella. Without even have to say anything, Hella is the very top S tier. I've seen Hellas single-handedly carry a whole squad, no problem. Like, you don't need heals, you don't need a good tank. You can single-handedly work a whole squad with Hella. Now, Hella requires a lot of skill and a lot of good aim, but when you can 3-tap squishies in the head, well, now with this season, I think you have to 3-tap and then body shot, but just that super fast kill capability, plus the grounding, plus the getaway, all in the ult, is just ridiculous. Such good damage, such good carry capability. Play Hella and Hawkeye if you want to carry your games. Iron Fist. This is a weird one because even in higher ranks, he's not used, I think, how he's supposed to. He's a very good character in the sense that he's really annoying, but he's super easy to counter, right? And there's other dive characters that do what he does just better. His ult's a little underwhelming, and his damage is, he doesn't really have any, one-shot combos. It's just a spam. I'm gonna punch the hell out of you and hope you die. So with that being said, I think he's gonna be a low B tier, maybe high C tier. Lower ranks, he's really good, but I think even when you get into gold, he dies off a little bit. So we'll put him in high C. Iron Man, I really want to put Iron Man in S, but he's only S if he has a Bruce Banner with him. So we'll do the situational. Iron Man in top A, but with a Bruce, S. Single-handedly, he can wipe a whole squad with his gamma ray if he's paired with Bruce Banner. If you didn't know, they have a team ability where Doctor Strange 2, when Hulk is on your team, you gain increased damage with your gamma ray thing, and he gets the gamma ray explosion. So I think A tier if you're alone, S tier if you have a Hulk on your team. And the Hulk doesn't even have to be good. The Hulk just has to be on the team. So we'll put him in high A, but easily S if he has a Hulk on his team. Jeff, carry capabilities, I'm going to say low C. He's not D. I think he's a little better than Adam Warlock because he can get away. He can speed boost the team. His ultimate is going to be able to, take out teams. You can definitely get kills with Jeff, but carry-wise, not really. Loki. Now, Loki's in the same boat as Cloak and Dagger. Very, very good escape. Pretty good damage. And can negate ults like no other. I'd say there's only 2 very hard counters for Loki. And that's going to be a Black Panther. And we had a discussion earlier. I think I said magic before. But there's only a couple counters for Loki. Other than that, Loki, and the counters aren't even like, oh, that player played them, it's instant hard counter. No, it's more like if the player can play that hero, then Loki's countered. But Loki is amazing. I'm going to put him just below Cloak and Dagger for carry. Luna Snow, I instantly want to throw into the super high A tier. Luna Snow is the one hero in the game that's pure heals. And even at that, the most healing output, right? But even at that, a very good escape where she can just run away, and a really good freeze that lasts a good amount of time. You freeze them, line up some headshots, that's a free kill. If you got a backline diving you like an Iron Fist, it's kind of hard to hit the freeze on a Black Panther. But you hit the Iron Fist with a freeze, line up a headshot, get a kill. Guess what? You just turned into a DPS that can pick and heal. So you're a really good carry at this position in support, especially her ult, even though they just nerfed it to the point where you can't damage boost and heal at the simultaneously. But her ult is amazing. There's only a couple things that can kill it through, they can kill through the ult. Magic, I'm going to put her in S. Magic is probably the most annoying character to play against, but the most loved character to have on your team. If you are good with Magic, or even slightly good, and have a good teammate that's Magic, I'm telling you, you win your games. Highest win rate in ranked. You don't even have to be that skilled with her to do good. She's an easy combo, literally like a 1-2-3 combo that kills any squishy super fast. Super good escape, super good enter, super good escape. Her ult, it could be hard to get used to, but still phenomenal. Literally just buffs who she is first, and then makes her even more overpowered. Magic can easily carry your games. Magneto, this is another character. This is a hard one because Magneto is in a weird spot right now where it's like, if you're going to play tank, might as well play Doctor Strange, especially with the shields. But this is the thing. It's hard because if you're playing Doctor Strange, you're most likely going to team up with a banner. That's just how team comp should go if your team's not dumb. But in higher ranks, if Banner's banned, Magneto's a great pick to pair with Doctor Strange. There's shields on the field at all times. But carry wise, I want to put him in B. I think above Black Panther carry wise. Magneto can definitely shift the tide of battle. His ult's a little underwhelming, but it can get a couple kills and allow your team to push. Also, negate projectile ult, stuff like that. But he does take a little bit more skill to play as to his full potential. But other than that, he's still good. You can play him, still carry pretty well. You know what? I think I'm going to go under Black Panther. Mantis, I think same exact boat as Luna Snow. Easily get picks, easily kill the backline, easily stop backliners from backlining you. You say you got a Black Panther. This is the biggest dive counter as a support right here. Mantis, AoE, sleep. You got a Black Panther jumping on you. Throw it on your feet. He slept. Headshot. He's dead. Damage boost yourself. It's insane. Now, she can damage boost her teammates, but if your teammates are selling, it's kind of hard. But as long as you have competent teammates, Mantis is going to be a very good support. You see Mantis every single day, every single play, every single match. You see a Mantis. Moon Knight, I think, with his recent buff to his ult, is absolutely cracked. I wouldn't say above Iron Man. I wouldn't say above Hulk, but above Cloak and Dagger, yes. In lower ranks, I've realized if I'm playing as Moon Knight, super hard to kill me. People can't kill me. It's simple for the fact that I have a jump and a glide, and I can zip line, or what is that called? Whatever it is, whatever he has, grapple. I can grapple and hook away. Super good escape. And what you tend to see in lower ranks is the backline always bunched together. The supports are so scared that they're gonna get dove that they stick together. And if you even hit a couple things, or you hit your onk and then bounce it off them, it's free kills. And most of the time, if they are grouped, you're wiping them out. His ult's nasty. His ult can easily kill through a Luna Snow ult, and not a lot can. Moon Knight is definitely up there, definitely above Cloak and Dagger and Loki. but I'd say you can interchange carries with Banner and Moon Knight. But Moon Knight, great character, especially with the recent buff to his ult. Amazing. Namor. Carry wise, I want to say if you are a skilled Namor with his recent buffs, if you are a skilled Namor, he is one of the best backline ranged damage dealers and could easily go to A. But if you aren't skilled with Namor to the point where like you can, truthfully say you can win any 1v1 or get headshots, he should be A or S. But because he takes so much skill and so much map knowledge and so much awareness, I think he goes B, just above Groot, just below Magneto. You could put him above Magneto, but don't get me wrong, great character. You see him in high ranks all the time, but in low ranks you really have to know how to play him. Penny Parker, carry capability not high. Defense capability very high. I think this is situational here. This is really situational here. If you have players on the other team that are running Hella Hawkeye or Moon Knight or Namor, you don't run Penny Parker. If you have people that are playing ranged, Penny Parker is instantly D. But if you have like a double Magic Black Panther or Magic Iron Fist, Penny Parker jumps super high up because she is a dive killer. If you set up your mines to a point where if they jump you and you net them and they instant die, you're getting picks and 5v6s, you're not losing those. But like any type of range kind of counters Penny, or not counters Penny, but makes it so Penny has a harder job. Also, you can't always run Penny because if you're, I see this all the time. If you're running on attack and you run Penny, you're gimping your team 1,000%. Don't gimp your team. Don't run Penny on attack. Let Penny be Penny and be defense. I think carry wise, low C. I think she can definitely carry better than Black Widow. Not better than Iron Fist, but she's up there. Psylocke. Well-deserved nerf to her ult, but still very good character. You're going to see a lot of dive characters up top because you're going to see a lot of dive characters B+, because in lower ranks, people just can't aim. They can't seem to turn their sensitivity up enough to see you dash through them. You know what I mean? So dive characters are always going to be up here. I think a little better than Moon Knight. Not as good as Bruce Banner, but Psylocke A, super good dive character. But you don't see a lot of her because if you're going to run Psylocke, you might as well run Magic. Pretty much do the same thing. I like Psylocke though. If you're a good Psylocke player, play her, you can carry. Punisher. Now, Punisher's interesting because when you're in lower ranks, you're going to see a lot of Iron Mans. You're going to see a lot of Moon Knights. You're going to see a lot of these characters in the A list, S list. And Punisher is one of the only hit scan characters in the game with enough damage to outdamage an Iron Man. So he can easily take out an Iron Man. He's one of the only characters that could counter an Iron Man. I think for carry capability, I think he's going to go maybe A+. I think, no. Okay. I just thought about it. A really good Punisher technically should be all the way up here. Carry wise, if you have good situational awareness with his ult, you can shred an entire team. If you know how to get up in their face, you can shred an entire team. If you know how to get in and out, you can shred an entire team. So if you are rightfully skilled with Punisher, you can easily wipe teams, easily carry your team. But if you're not so skilled, I think he drops to about here. I think he's interchangeable with Moon Knight. Maybe a little bit over Psylocke, but around here, that's where Punisher is for carrying capability. I'm not saying he is not S tier. I'm not saying he is A tier, but just for carry wise, specifically, he's going to be A tier. Rocket Raccoon, hard to say. You can't really carry with this character because you throw your res down and say your teammate that died was a Iron Fist 10 years into their spawn. Obviously, he can't get res because he's not in the area, but say, like, in that scenario, if someone's pushed and dies stupidly or falls off the map and you waste your res on them, it's just, there's no carry in that, you know? You're just resing someone that just has no point to be rezzed. His healing, if you want to heal, just run Cloak and Dagger or Luna Snow or Mantis. Like, there's too many people that are better than Rocket for carrying wise. If you aren't carrying, though, very much higher up, especially with his res. Scarlet Witch, carry capabilities. She did just get buffed. Scarlet Witch, a good Scarlet Witch can easily carry her team. And I'm going to say low A, high B. I'd say right under Black Panther. Her ult, very easily counterable, even in lower ranks. You just have a Doctor Strange shield everyone, or a Hulk shield everyone, or, you know what, just focus her. Her ult takes so long to pop off. You really have to work around. You really have to do the most to get an ult off if you're going to kill the whole squad. In season 0, early season 0, we saw a lot of her getting team kills. That's because people didn't know that she can just easily die in her ult. She has no damage reduction in her ult. Capable to CC in her ult. So the really only upside carrying capability with her is that she doesn't have to aim at all. Super easy to escape, super easy to get into fights, super easy to get out. She has very high kill capability. She can kill really fast. She can also kill long range. Scarlet Witch is decently good to carry with. Spider-Man. Now, if you are skilled with Spider-Man, if you know how to use Spider-Man, if you have played over 15 hours of Spider-Man, okay, that might be a little bit OD. If you've played over 10 hours of Spider-Man, he is single-handedly one of the best carries. If you can go in the back line, kill a guy, and get instantly out, then 5 seconds later, all your cooldowns reset, go right back in and get another pick on a DPS or a healer, you're going to win games. Doesn't matter if your team's competent, doesn't matter if your team's good. A 4v6 is never going to be winnable unless they pop all their ults. So Spider-Man can turn the tide of battle so easily. Also, team-wide capability with his ult is very high. If you can situationally get their cooldowns out, which you will as Spider-Man, it takes all, like, say you're diving a backline and it's Luna Snow and Mantis. There's no way they're going to hit their freeze on you unless you're just bad. And there's no way they can hit the sleep unless, you know, it's a really good sleep. So if they throw this out and they miss, guess what? Their cooldowns are down. Now you can just go ham on the team. You can ult the backline. You can, you know, take out one by one. It's super easy. Spider-Man with in skilled hands, easily one of the best players to carry with. But I think if you're just an average Joe and you're trying to rank from bronze to silver and silver to gold, he's going to be more like here. Maybe even here. But in the right hands, up here. I think he has the highest skill cap ceiling of all the characters in the game. But we'll keep him at S. Squirrel Girl. I don't think carry-wise, she's that great. She just got a crazy buff to her ult, where if it bounces off the wall, it'll instantly go to a target instead of a random location, which is really insane for any choke points. I say carry-wise on defense, say you're defending a payload push, she's going to be like here. Maybe even here. She's going to be like here. If you're defending a payload, she's here. If you're pushing a payload, I'd say she's more like here. Don't get me wrong, very good character, but just carry-wise, offense can't do it. Defense, higher up. You got to play her situationally. She has a good escape, but she's really just someone that's just gonna sit back and just chuck bombs out, be really annoying. Um, Star Lord. I don't see a lot of Star Lords in ranked play, higher ranked play, because there's so many other characters that can do what he does, but better. I think he is in his own little boat. There's not a single ult in the game like his, where you can focus one guy. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get a kill on him. Turn around and instantly shred the other guy because, like, say you're trying to kill. Let's put it in perspective. You're trying to kill a Luna Snow. You pop your ult. You're lasering her. Here comes Doctor Strange to save the day. Puts his shield on her. Guess what? You can instantly turn around and kill the Mantis because he's shielding the Luna Snow, and you just one-shot the Mantis, one-clipped her. He has one-clip capability outside of his ult, which makes him really good. His dodge is kind of hard to use effectively. In a good hands, like Spider-Man, he's going to be up around here, up in the A tier. But I think overall, he's going to be like low B. Storm, she can get buffed as much as she wants. She can get buffed to the point where she's the best player in the game, and she's still not carry capable. Her kit just can't do it. I'm telling you, if you get any type of Iron Fist, or if you get any type Namor, Star-Lord, Punisher, oh my goodness, Punisher is a hard counter for her. Even Rocket Raccoon. Any of these people that can just laser out of the sky, she's done. She has no movement ability besides her movement boost. Her damage isn't damaging enough to win any 1v1s. The only thing that saves her from being completely bottom of the trash pile is her ultimate. Her ultimate can easily wipe teams if they're not smart. You can easily wipe a backline. So I think she's gonna be I think she's above Black Widow, but still very, very mid at most. Thor. I love Thor. Listen. I love Thor as a character. He is a pace pusher. He's gonna be that guy that's like, oh, we need this. We need to push up in their face. We're gonna go do it now. He's gonna fly in there, get damage out, high damage as well. He's gonna be able to buff himself, which as you've noticed, a lot of these players or these heroes that I've picked are heroes that can protect themselves. Spider-Man can easily swing away. Hela has a great getaway. Magic has a great getaway. Hawkeye has a great jump, deflect. That Doctor Strange just overall good. All these people can protect themselves in some type of way without relying on their team. Thor is also like that, where he gets overshield. But I think if you're gonna run tank, you might as well just run Doctor Strange or Banner. That's the sad part when it comes to lower ranks. It's like, yeah, Thor's good, but he's not good enough to outpick Bruce Banner or Doctor Strange. There's not a scenario where it's like, dang, I really wish I had a Thor on my team instead of this Bruce Banner or this Doctor Strange. Now, in higher ranks, when Bruce and Doctor Strange are banned, he's very good. He can push pace. He has good sustain, good damage, great damage actually. Probably the highest damaging tank in the game. But carry wise, it's just not there. I'd still say you can carry with him as a good player, but you really need a team behind you. Venom. He recently got buffed, and I think the buff feels amazing. If this was season 0, I'd put him around here as well. But with this new buff, more health, more damage on his ultimate, which was really needed, he jumps up to like right here. I think you can carry easier with Groot than Venom, but Venom is just a get in your face. I'm going to swing around. I can sustain myself. Like, Venom is the one tank I would play if I didn't have a healer on my team. Say we had 0 healers on the team because people want to be dumb. I'm solo queuing. People want to be dumb and play 0 healers. We got 4 DPS. I'm like, what can I play that isn't going to completely sell? Venom is that pick for sure. The damage is there. The sustain is there. The movement is there. It's just not there to the point where you'd play over any of these guys. But yeah, Venom's great. Bucky, with his recent buff and how much overshield he gets and how much damage he does and how much kill setup capability he has, he's S. Bucky was the one character that you would see every game. And okay, so when I was in Diamond Lobbies and we were banning, it would usually be a Hella ban, Hawkeye ban, Hulk ban, sometimes Strange, sometimes Luna Snow ban. Bucky was that one character you would not fail to see, whether it was your team or the other team. Bucky is just that good. And then in season 1, they buffed him. So now he's even better. So now he can set your team up with kills. And even if he does set your team up with kills and your team doesn't kill, he still can kill himself. He has great not one shot, but if you get a grab on a squishy, they're dying pretty much. So Bucky's great. His ult, team killing capable to the max. To the max. He can, again. I could just hear it now. Again. Next up, Wolverine. Very, 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 very strong character. Carry-wise, I really don't have much to say about Wolverine. I think that's a perfect spot for him because he's a great dive character, great tank buster. But it's like, if you're in these lower ranks, you might as well play one of these in S. But if you can't aim, if you're not good at aiming, and you like this character at all, play him. He's a great character. I think Magic does exactly what he wants to do, but better. Hella can tank bust. Hawkeye can't really tank bust, but he's a great tank buster. I'd say if your tanks are terrorizing your team, run Wolverine. If not, Magic, just dive. If you really want to dive character, Magic. Wolverine's great character. I wouldn't say carry capable, but if this was a regular list, he's an S. But for carry wise, he's an A. Mr. Fantastic. Now, he just came out 2 days ago. So we haven't seen a lot of him. But I think skill wise, skill cap, skill ceiling, he can easily be maybe S, high A. Super survivable, decent damage, good utility, good CC. Paired up with Invisible Woman, he's great. I'm going to put him here. That's just all I'm going to say about him. Now, Invisible Woman. This is no bias because she's hot. And she was played by my crush, my celebrity crush, Jessica Alba. I think she is probably one of the best strategists in the game right now. Just because her utility alone and her auto heals are absolutely insane. It's crazy when you see a healer class with 0 healing abilities. She just uses her autos, right? So, but the fact that her autos do so much healing is ridiculous. She can go invisible to get away super easily. Her shield is very strong at just, creating a choke. Her push or her pull is amazing. Pushing people off the map feels so satisfying with her, and it's super easy to do, super easy to line up. There's a lot of points in the map where it's like, oh, I can push a person off here. I didn't realize it until I played Invisible Woman. So she is one of the only characters that can push people off. Her slow, very good. Her ult is insane. I don't think there's a time. Like, her ult literally just locks down the point. If you're playing capture, she just locks down the point because it does healing inside. If you go inside, you're fighting someone that's getting healed 24/7. If you stay outside, they're shooting you from inside. So it's like, it kind of causes this like, what do I do? If my team's not on the same page as me, I'm kind of cooked. If I run in there by myself, I'm going to die. If I stay right here, I'm going to die. So like, team as a collective, what are we doing? And when you're in lower ranks, you don't really have a collective team. So Invisible Woman is great carry wise. Looking back at the list, I think Iron Man should be up here. But with that being said, that's my tier list for the most capable carries in Marvel Rivals. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another future episode. And we got buffs and nerf video up next. That's coming out tomorrow. We're going over all the buffs, all the nerfs. We're going to go deep dives into characters, all that good stuff. So if you enjoy this kind of content, hit that follow button. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitch, everything, all my platforms. It's all Mikey Lights TV. I appreciate y'all for clicking on this video and staying as long as you did. Use these characters to carry your games. Good luck on your rank push. I love y'all. We out. Deuces.